Hey guys, it's Alicia. I am now almost 3 weeks post-op from my surgery day. Monday, what is that? The 3rd of June. That will be 3 weeks. And in my last video, I was still very nervous and uncertain about the process and what my dentist was planning to do. And I had a lot of concerns, so I was saying I was going to write an email. And so I did. Although I like hand wrote all these notes so that I wouldn't forget anything. And then I took some really good pictures with good lighting so that he wouldn't be able to say he couldn't see the same thing that I was trying to show him. Because in person and in videos, most people could see the issues I was talking about in all my other videos. So I had a lot of anxiety about writing this email for some reason. I think it's just an accumulation of past experiences, and it almost causes like a anxiety disorder related to going to the dentist, I guess. For me anyways, like it's been hard for me since I was a little kid. Traumatic things happened when I was younger. I mean, and a lot of it might be mental, emotional too, but I mean, I've been through a lot of crazy shit with dentists. So, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, there was something about this dentist that I connected with, and really, like, he's able to always talk me through anything, and I really appreciate it, because it can't be easy to deal with people that are anxious, and most people are anxious at the dentist, but then there's people like me who are, like, freaking out in their mind for, you know, weeks, days, all the time. Like, I don't know. But I mean, I still have pushed myself to go through it. I went through it. It's been almost 3 weeks and I have almost no pain.
I think I'm getting sick.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm making a video. Can you go back out there and wait, please?
I think I'm getting sick.
Go tell Daddy. He'll help you. So it's been 3 weeks, or it'll be 3 weeks on Monday, and I can definitely say I don't regret doing this. I'm almost fully back to myself, like pain-wise. I'm not living in constant pain every day. It doesn't hurt to eat. But so anyways, this email I said I was going to write, I was anxious about it, and I wanted to make sure I worded it just right because I didn't want to offend him, and I just wanted the message to be really clear. And ultimately, like, my goal was just to get an email back that would say, we'll remake them for you. They're just temporary. Because up until now, they would say they're immediate. So there was some confusion on my end, and I just needed the clarity. So I sent this lengthy email with all my concerns and the pictures and attached it to them. And I'll very briefly, like, go back. I'll say, it, like, the main things are that my jaw hasn't felt like it closes all the way since my surgery day, and it still feels like that. The upper right side touches over here, and that I think makes it feel like it's still open. There's some teeth angled differently on one side that I didn't like. And I was mentioning that it was really tight and hard to remove them, because up until a few days ago, well, even now, every day, it's almost 3 weeks, and it still, like, takes me, it's a little bit of a process. I get a towel laid over the sink, and it's kind of hard to get them out. Like, I gotta do something, and I'll be watching videos or put my music on, or I'll just do something to distract myself so that I can take my time, nudge them up, and, like, as soon as I get to just the right angle, they really do pop out really nice and easy. But it takes a few minutes to get there. It's getting better. It still probably takes, well, I don't know, 5 minutes? Sounds like a while. And then I was gonna ask about the implant placement, but it's kind of obvious why there's one in the middle and not where the 2 front teeth came out, because I can see that the extraction sites are too big for an implant, like a skinny mini implant, I think. And then the darker gum color and how it gets dark right in between the teeth, I mentioned that. And I mentioned that I think these are sitting up too high, so you can see the lower too much. I don't know. Either I'm getting used to it or it got a little better. I don't know. He did shave them off at one of the appointments, made them a little smaller. That definitely helped. And then I wanted to ask what shade was used for my teeth. And can I see a picture of what the choices were? And that the lowers are not centered with the top 2. Like these are the bottom center teeth. So they should line up right here. And, let's see. I wanted to know the difference between immediate, temporary, which I know that immediates are given to you on surgery day or right after to let your gums heal and all that. I just wasn't sure if my dentist also meant they were temporary, because I think they're not meant to be. Like, I don't know if it's standard procedure at where I went. Like, I was under the impression if they came out perfect, that's it, you got them. I could be wrong. I'm favoring the left side to eat because of the uneven bite. It's like really tight on one side, so it's less comfortable. But I was so used to always eating on this side anyway prior to surgery, so just because this side had more pain, so I was always eating on this side. And then I've noticed these little grooves in the teeth. They're hard to see probably. They look like shadows. And I wanted to ask about that. So I did. So I wrote out a really nice email. I think I worded it pretty well. And I also told them that I'm really happy. I have no regrets and I'm so glad I did this. And I just wanted to be reassured on the process and the steps going forward, what I should expect. And that I did this for health reasons primarily, but that I was also really hoping for an amazing cosmetic result. And so I didn't get a response for 2 days, and I think it was Friday, a couple days ago, that I was like, man, I really wish that I knew what he was going to say. Like, I was pretty much just asking him if they're temporary or not. And I wanted to explain my reasoning so that he wouldn't just say no, and then I wanted him to have time to see this all before my next appointment. So anyway, when I called, they said, well, he is really busy, and if you send it, he'll get it. And I said, okay, just wanted some reassurance for the weekend. And then she was just kind of like, all right, bye. So shortly after that, I got an email from his personal assistant, and she said, Dr. Shackins wants you to know that he will that we are remaking them for you. And as to all the issues mentioned, we will discuss them in person at your next visit. So, sweet. That's it. I just wanted to know if they were temporary. I do feel much better now that I got it back, like, in writing and for sure from the doctor himself, the dentist. Like the one who owns the practice and the one who did my surgery. So I feel much more confident going forward. So hopefully I'll be able to share the process now too of how I'm going to pick them out and everything. And I will attach the pictures that I sent in the email at the end of this video, because I think it'll be interesting to look back at and compare what I end up with and what I have now and all that, I guess. Other than that, it's been not too bad. Like this week, everything has significantly improved. I'm definitely feeling like I'm getting back to being myself. I'm not used to how it feels to take them both out, and like it feels like my jaw then wants to shut too much now, so it's just a very strange feeling. And I do still feel like my jaw doesn't shut all the way. Like, I don't know, the dentist thinks it did. Well, last time he saw me, he thought it did. It's possible that I'm just not used to how it feels, but I do think that when we get this side balanced out and it's not so tight over there, I think it will shut more naturally and it will be fine. And I also think when the bottom ones are centered under the front top teeth, I think that'll help it look more natural in there. I think it looks a little just, I don't know, there's something about it that doesn't look just right. Well, obviously they're not centered. It almost makes it look like there's too many teeth on the bottom, in my opinion. But anyways, it's 3 weeks, been 3 weeks, no regrets, not in any pain anymore at all, other than taking them in and out, and pretty sure that's it. He answered my email. I'm really happy about it. I'll go to the next appointment and see what he can adjust with these ones, and then see what he wants to say about all the issues that I had written about. And then I'll update after that. I guess that's it. Well, forgot to show you my smile, and like I wanted to make sure I got up close because in my last video I wasn't really close, so I want you guys to be able to actually see the teeth. If I talk like this, you can definitely tell that that one is way lower, and I don't know, I don't like it. And then more gums show on that side. I don't really like that either. And then this one looks slightly crooked. That one you could say gives character. I mean, could. I think I'm probably, I was planning to have them just made as perfect as possible, because why not? I don't know. We'll see. And then the lowers, I'm getting more used to them. I don't know. I still kind of feel like they're maybe up too high or something. I don't know. Curious to see what you guys think, but this, from straight on, this is a smile. This way. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's the darkness there. It gets darker the closer it gets to the teeth, I feel like. It's kind of hard to see. That's why I'm going to include the pictures, because I made sure they were in, like, actual lighting. Because I have a little bit of a bright light over me, so that probably is making them even appear whiter and everything, too. But the shade isn't too bad. But it's not... They don't look quite as white as I was expecting, so... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But pretty soon, maybe even at my next appointment, I don't know if I'll get to see the shade cards and stuff. That's going to be really fun. And I want to take some pictures when I'm there, or I'll video some of it, because I'm sure people are curious how that works too. So yeah, that's it, I guess. Let me know what you think. Thank you guys for watching.